I feel like the clock's going to decide this one, though. It's going to come down to a mad scramble at the end. There's still so many pieces, so much tension on the board.
And there's your rook lift, David. The rook moving 3 squares just so that it can double along and attack the pawn. And Magnus quickly applying the pressure. And now it is that pawn, the pawn on f5, that is within its sights.
Yeah, White's knight eyeing up targets. Maybe it will even drop back and reroute itself. There we go. The White knight dropping back. It's aiming towards better squares. It's going to try and jump forward again and then attack Black's bishop. Wesley shaking his head. He's slowed down the pace. He's still 40 seconds down on the clock.
And he retreats his bishop. I mean, that does feel like a concession. And, well, Magnus pushing his pawn there. Okay, but is there some chances now that there is a bit of a sneaky move there by Wesley?
Yeah, I'm surprised that Magnus allowed this trade of bishops. If it does happen, it does happen. I'm surprised Magnus allowed that because Black was cramped. Any trades will actually free up Black's position, but Magnus is so dominant maybe that he is okay with that trade. Black's knight attacking some pawns, White's queen defending them. White's knight, expect that piece to do the heavy lifting now.
Yeah, and now the fireworks appear on the board as Wesley goes completely crazy on the right side.
Look at White's pawn formation, though, completely blocking off Black. Any active plans that Black had. Black's king stepping forward. Magnus can just capture a pawn, I think.
Yeah.
That looks like a free pawn. White can just play pawn takes pawn on the right side of the board. Wesley, big trouble now on the board and on the clock still.
Yeah, well, 53 seconds and ticking down, whilst Magnus has just under 1.5 minutes. I agree with you, Wesley is in big trouble, but still everything to play for.
Still everything to play for. At least he's got one piece active, the Black rook, now finding a really nice square, eyeing up the White king indirectly. Magnus bringing his queen across. But that's
a bit strange.
Brave.
I mean,
allowing Black's knight to jump forward and capture a pawn.
Exactly.
Okay, Magnus, has he calculated this one correctly? Black does take that pawn. White's queen also capturing. Suddenly, whose king is weaker? I don't know. I'm not sure if the players know either. In Armageddon chess, in Blitz chess, king safety is everything. It's paramount. Yeah. White's queen, however, very active. Magnus going for the kill now. He's pushing his pawn forward. Yeah,
well, this is a nice move by Wesley, you know, offering to trade queens. But 28 seconds to complete the rest of his... Wesley's not going to make it.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose on the clock, Wesley. If he doesn't lose on the board, he still needs to save it on the board, especially after that last move, White's rook getting active. Wesley's smiling. He knows it's going to be all over soon. 20 seconds and Magnus wins.
Wow, look at that. Magnus Carlsen in Armageddon finally beats Wesley. So, and look at that reaction. That is huge. Wow, David, what do you take away from that?
I've never seen the world champion that emotional. That's how much relief he feels. I mean, all that energy for the whole last 9 days.